Very princess shit. Very princess shit. That's what his pa said when he lugged Ryan's duffel bag out the door and to where he was standing on their lawn. Ryan had a duck to avoid getting beamed in the head. The bag landed half on the grass, half on the walkway, sounding as if whatever his pa had thrown in there died on impact. It made Ryan think for a moment his pa had thrown whatever useless knickknacks and pieces of junk he could find in there, just so he could hear the satisfying crunch when the bag hit the ground, so he could know his son's few remaining pieces of clothing would be coated in needles of glass. Ryan would get dressed, and flecks of glass would settle under his armpits and prick his inner thighs, reminding him of the mess he had gotten himself into, and back home, his father would smile. Got a call from school, you're suspended, and for what? Putting glitter in your sister's hair? Very princess shit. That morning, Ryan convinced Lucille to let him do her hair and makeup before school. He needed practice for the school play that was coming up, Macbeth. He was in charge of the makeup and costumes. He still wasn't sure what he was going to do for the three witches, and he couldn't practice on himself, what with his wispy, cropped hair that his pa made him chop into a buzz cut. I have one daughter already. I won't have you growing your hair out too, his pa had said. What he mostly hated was the long hours of helping his pa pick crops and tend to the fields. So much time in the sun would leave his scalp itchy and burnt. He hated running a layer of suntan lotion through the fuzz on his head, even if it helped in the long run. Suntan lotion wasn't supposed to go in someone's hair. Fingers were. Ryan had come up with the idea of using glitter for the three witches. Glitter around their eyes, glitter in their hair. He didn't give a shit if Shakespeare didn't have glitter back in his day. His sister looked beautiful. A beautiful, evocative witch who would haunt Macbeth's soul and change his life. When Macbeth would close his eyes at night, he'd still be able to see the witch's eyes in the black of his eyelids, the purple and gold outlining the almond slits, the flecks of color in their hair, like drops of blood, reminding Macbeth of his sin. Haunting, haunting, haunting. He called it creative license. His school called it vice.